Thanks, guys. So listen, I love this saying, what gets measured gets managed. So basically what I want to talk to you now for just a minute about is about how we're going to track and monitor progress over the course of your first 28 days, your first 4 weeks here at Impact Strength Performance, all right? So listen, really this comes down to what most people might turn around and say to us is, I'm lacking some accountability, all right? So this is all about accountability, but ultimately accountability starts with self-responsibility. So if you're avoiding this process, chances are you either need a little bit more help or you're avoiding it because it's a little bit uncomfortable, okay? So really what we have got to think about is input and output. And when I'm talking about input, I'm talking about training, I'm talking about food, and the output that you get from that is really the result, all right? So a lot of people, again, they kind of avoid tracking in any way, shape or form because then they don't have to take responsibility of the input and they don't have to take responsibility for the output, all right? So this is really what we want to get under control over the first 28 days here at Impact. So when we're talking about the inputs again, really the training, which is super simple, all right? Listen, you come here on a daily basis or 3 or 4 times a week. We're going to help you along the way, tell you exactly what to do, show you exactly how to do it. And for most people, training is never an issue. Now, when it comes to your nutrition, this is where people have a lot of issues. But if you track your nutrition how we ask you to track it, it's going to be so much easier for us to give you some input in order to get a better output. Now, sleep and stress, especially in a short little program like this, 28 days, you know, for a lot of people, if we can just focus on the first 2, we're going to be getting great results, all right? So we can talk about those at a later stage. But then we'll talk about the outputs. So what we want to have a little bit of a look at is body fat percentage. We're going to track body weight. We're going to use before and after or progress pictures to again see a difference. For some people, we're going to do some measurements, some circumference measurements. And then ultimately, we want to think, listen, over the course of your first 4 weeks here, have you got fitter? Have you got stronger? Chances are this is all going to happen. And do you, most importantly, feel better? All right? So, you know, the coach will already have explained this, but just to give you a reminder, we're going to track and report back daily. So every single day in the Facebook group, what food you're eating, all right? And that gives us then, you know, we can instantaneously get in there and give you feedback on that and steer you in the right direction. When it comes to measurements, we want people to measure their body weight, ideally first thing in the morning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So now we have 3 data points that we can use to say, listen, in combination of the food that we're eating and the training that we're doing, is this going the right direction to give you the result? Nextly, then we want to think, you know, what's your body composition? So this is how much body fat do we have as opposed to lean tissue. And again, ultimately, most people don't really mind what weight they are. Ultimately, what we want to do is drop our body fat levels down a little bit. So for some people, it might be week 1, 2, and 4. For other people, we might just do it at the beginning of the program and at the end of the program, okay? And see the difference. And the same with progress tracking. Again, at the beginning of the program, at the end of the program. And guys, that is all I got for you, all right? So, listen, there's a form down below this video. Make sure, again, the coach is going to remind you every Sunday to fill out that form and post those pictures up in the Facebook group of the food. Any questions, as always, hit us up ASAP. Thanks. Peace out.